how I go through the whole travel process. So I'm going to show you some quick tips on how I pack to make it as effective as possible at the airport, but also how to be comfortable throughout this journey. This is going to be carry-on only for me. Actually, this is personal item only size, but that's not the point. So first off, put all your electronics in one place so that they're easily accessible when you go through security. Next up, same thing with your toiletries. Either transparent mesh bags like this or something transparent is the easiest. So here's a quick hack. Bring an empty water bottle. Refill that inside the airport once you make it through security. I'm bringing my own food. So I'm a cheap guy. So let me pack this up, and then what I'm going to do after that is that I'm going to step onto my scale with the bag on, and then I'm going to step back on without the bag afterwards. Why am I doing this? Well, that's going to allow me to figure out how much the bag weighs, right? Editing tour here, cutting in quick. You want to make sure that both your weight as well as your measurements for the bag are within the airline's measurements, right? So that's going to go for both your carry-on personal item and potentially checked bag. So you want to make sure that they're within height, width, and thickness. Is that the right word? Anyway, because especially for these budget airlines, they tend to be really strict about this stuff. If they even have an idea that your stuff is outside the measurements, you're going to have to pay out the nose in extra fees. So yeah, just make sure that you actually measure your bags. You can always find these measurements on the airline's website. A quick tip for you now in the age of AI and all this, just write the airlines as well as the bag types that you're using, and the AI should be able to spit out the correct measurements that you need to stay within. So always remember that you need to stay within the lowest measurement, right? So if one airline, for example, allows for bigger size, you want them to stay within the lowest. This goes both weight as well as size. My dad has so graciously offered to take my car back home when I make it to the airport. So I'm going to pack up quickly here now. See you at the airport. I'm going to help you relieve some anxiety related to that as well. Okay, welcome to the dreaded airport check-in here. I'm going to show you how to do this as easily as possible. What you want to do here is be as friendly as humanly possible to these people working here. They go through a lot of stuff, to put it like that, throughout the day. So if you're nice to them, they tend to be nice back. You can be a little bit cheeky here and ask for a specific seat or even an upgrade, but generally you'll have to pay for that, specifically on these budget airlines. Sometimes on the more traditional ones, you can get away with it. You can see there I just showed my bag. It's so compressed together, so they don't even check my bag. However, if you have a big bag or something that's slightly overweight, usually being friendly can help here. Also kind of hiding your bag behind you can sometimes work, especially in other stages of this process. But you can see I went through this just fine here. I got my boarding card, and we are off to the security. There are limits to how much I was able to record here because they don't really allow recording through security for good reasons. So I'm going to take off the camera here, but I'm going to talk you through it anyway. We have done all the pre-work that we need to do. Another thing you can do if you're unfamiliar with the airport, or perhaps you're unfamiliar with that country's rule in general, is to just do a quick search before you go to the airport, just so that you know which items that you need to take out of your bag and which items can stay. But generally, if you take out the electronics, the toiletries, and all the liquids, just empty your pockets, you should be good. You can kind of look at what the other people are doing as well, or what I usually do personally, I just ask the security what they wanted me to take out. Just nicely ask them, and you should be pretty good to go there. That's the safest way to get through security. Also, dressing well, acting nice, as always in the airport, tends to work out the best. So this is one of the things that's kind of negative about carry-on only, and that is that you have to repack your bag once you've made it through security here. But if you have compartmentalized stuff, it's quite easy to just pick it out and put it back in their correct places. So that's what I am going to do here. Next up, we're going to do some prepping for our arrival. And we are passing the international toll gate checkpoint here. You can see that we are actually headed to Bangkok today. Yes, I have some dental work, not some, a lot, that I had to get done, so lots of fun there. But that means that we need some way to get data. Usually in the past, I would just pick something up at the airport. These days, I usually go with an eSIM because you can pre-activate it, and then once you land, you're pretty much good to go. It just takes like 2 minutes to set up. I'm going to link the one that I am using in the video description. It's called Klook. It's quite good. No problems with it so far. Been using it for about a year or so. So super easy to set that up and definitely worth it. The other thing that I want to mention here is going to be the ATM cards. I usually go with Wise because you can use them at the airport without having to pay exorbitant fees. Just make sure that you pay in the local currency when you take out money using that, otherwise you're going to be hit with fees anyway. Besides that, I also would suggest that you download Uber or Grab or whatever is local. That way you don't really need the cash on arrival. But yeah, this is just the easiest way to get set up. The other thing I want to mention here is you can see that I'm wearing these ragged old running pants. And that is for a particular reason. And that is because I'm going to toss them on arrival. So it's quite a good travel hack to just wear some old joggers or some stuff that you don't need anymore that's comfortable onto the flight. Then once you arrive in your destination country, just buy something new that's suitable to climate. That way you will stay comfortable on the flight and you also have the perfect clothes on arrival. Let's move on to the gate, which is going to be the next threshold guardian on the way to getting onto the board without any stress and anxiety here. So this is generally one of the easier parts of going through this gauntlet. So the only real problem here is that you can get your bag gate checked. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to prevent that. So first of all, what is gate checking? It's essentially them just seeing your bag and thinking either it's too full on the plane already or it's too big to fit inside the plane. So they'll take it and check it under the plane instead, which comes with its own disadvantages, obviously. In case that can happen, it's smart to at least have the most important stuff readily available so you can just pull it out should it be gate checked. Now, for gate check defense, I have a lot more tips, but I'll just give you the easiest one, and that is kind of just hide your bag. Either wear it, don't face it directly towards the staff, and you should be pretty good to go. This is just a simple process of making sure that you're in the right place. So you check your ticket right, and then you sit down and wait. And I will say, if you have a carry-on and you want it as close to you as possible, you should try to board as quickly as possible so the plane doesn't get full of carry-ons, especially near your seat, right? Also, it greatly reduces the chance of getting your bag gate checked here as well. So we're here for the final little sprint to get onto the flight here. So we're boarding quite late because, well, frankly, I bought a very cheap ticket. So we weren't allowed to board early, but it didn't turn out to be a problem this time. But I want to mention some things here to make the flight easier for you. First of all, if you can stretch before going onto the flight, obviously that's going to help a lot. Beyond that, I also strongly recommend that you take advantage of the personal item bag for multiple reasons. So first thing, you can still get gate checked on the actual flight. If they see that your bag is too big somehow, or perhaps the plane is full, still might end up getting gate checked here. Having a personal item, like a little bag with your most important documents, some food, water, as well as other things. Like if you have a headset that you want to bring with you onto the flight, or a sleeping mask or something, it's a lot easier to keep it in a tiny little bag under your seat compared to having to bother the people around you and go up in the compartment and pulling it out. Thankfully for us, this flight, it was a full flight, but there was plenty of room for in the overhead compartment, so we didn't run into any issues at all here. Next up was time to grab some breakfast there. So I didn't really record much of the process of going out from the airport, but I think I'm going to do that in the future, so I'm going to link that video up here once it's done as well. Here you can see I'm at Uniqlo buying some new clothes. Was quite ready to get rid of those ragged old running pants there, as you can probably imagine. Quite a nice pair there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to make more, like I said, and yeah, see you in the next one.